Today I'm going to discuss the topic that is health insurance. So before moving towards the topic, let us begin with the basic meaning of health insurance. So health insurance is a type of insurance that covers all medical expenses that arise due to any illness. All these expenses could be related to the hospitalization cost, any cost that is related to the medicine or doctor's consultant fees. The basic and main purpose of medical insurance is to receive the best medical care without any problem in finance. So, health insurance plan offers the protection against the higher medical cost. Under this medical cost, it covers all hospitalization expenses, daycare procedures, ambulance charges, and many other expenses that are related with health insurance. So this is the basic meaning of health insurance. And if according to the slide, if we discuss with the meaning, that is health insurance is an insurance product which cover medical and surgical expenses of an insured individual. Whenever an individual is suffered from any kind of dangerous disease or they have some medical problems, then they can go or opt with this health insurance policy. There are two parties involved under this concept. That is the very first one who opt with the health insurance and the second one is the insurance company. So health insurance is a kind of insurance product under which all medical and surgical expenses of an individual gets insured. So these are all expenses that are incurred due to the process of illness, any injury, or the payment regarding the care provided to the insured individual directly. So the basic purpose of medical insurance or health insurance is to provide the finance to an individual without any interruption so that they can get their treatment at proper period of time. So the next topic under health insurance is what are the major factors or what are the major causes that affect the health insurance premium? Why health insurance premium get affected? So the very first point we are going to discuss is the pre-existing medical condition. So according to the word that is pre-existing medical condition, there are three words comprises. Pre-existing means a kind of disease that is already suffered by an individual. So a policyholder or the applicant will need to provide your own health record to ensure there are not pre-existing medical condition. Whenever person wants to go or opt with the health insurance policy, that particular individual or policyholder must provide all kind of information related to their health issues and provide health record to make ensure that the person while having the insurance policy doesn't have any pre-existing medical condition or having any kind of serious disease. But in case if a person have any pre-existing condition, that is a person is suffering from any dangerous disease, then it depends upon the company. Then the company can choose to allow it their policies or can even decide not to cover it. While the person is suffering from the pre-existing medical condition, then it depends upon the insurance company while making the insurance contract whether to choose to allow him to opt with that policy or can even decide to not to cover it up. It means that whenever the person goes toward their further checkup or for their medical condition, those expenses should or should not be covered under the policy of the medical insurance. It's all depend upon the company's terms and conditions. And if the insurance company cannot cover it under the health insurance, then the policy holder will need to bear their cost. Whenever in a case when a particular individual is suffering from pre-existing medical condition, then at a particular point of period of time when the insurance company will not be able to, or according to their terms and conditions, they are not in favor to give a particular amount of cover money in the case of pre-existing medical condition. Then in that case, the policyholder will need to bear up their all expenses and cost by their own. So thereby, according to this pre-existing medical condition, it will affect and increase the particular amount of premium that is paid by the individual after a prescribed period of time. Second one is the family medical history. So according to this, if the policyholder or individual whose family has certain medical alignment with their premiums may be higher than another. If a policyholder opt with the health insurance premium, but prior to that condition, they go with their family's medical condition too. If they are go with the medical condition for their family members too, then they need to pay the particular amount of premium higher as compared to the individual medical insurance. So no one can do anything with their genes if the policyholder's family has the medical history of illness such as heart disease, cancer, or any other. That puts you at the risk at it increase the individual's rate of premium. Whenever an individual go with the health insurance company, if the insurance is opted by that particular person for his own self, then the premium amount is quite less. But if in the case the policy holder opt the medical facility for their family members too, then according to the history of family members, that is the medical history, that is if any family member could be suffered from any illness, that is heart disease, cancer, or any kind of risk, then at the particular point of period of time when a policy holder wants to pay the premium to the insurance company, that particular amount of premium is quite high as compared to the individual premium. So this is also the major factor that affect the health insurance premium. Next one is the injurious substances. Most of the insurance company increase their rate of premium for their insurance plan at the time, even refuse to insure people who have the habit of smoking, chewing tobacco, or snuff. So in many cases, whenever an individual wants to opt with health insurance policy, in some cases, the insurance company will deny to provide the insurance facility to that particular person. Why they refuse? Because that insured person have habit of smoking, chewing tobacco, and any other thing. So it is that point that get the life threatening disease. If the person has habit that is smoking, chewing tobacco, or any snuff activity, that will result causing of threatening disease among the individual. Those threatening diseases like cancer, thereby affecting rate of premium. While opting with these kind of insurance policy, all the information related to their habits, related to their pre-existing medical health facility, all these things should be provided to the insurance company before making any kind of insurance policy. So injurious substances, prior to these points, the next point is that is gender. So many policies have a difference in premium rate for men and women. Most of the insurance company, while providing the insurance policies, they have the different rates of premium according to the gender. That is the different rate for men and the different rate for women. There are three reasons for this expert says. That is, women are most likely to visit doctors because different rates are decided because they feel that women are most likely to visit doctor in case of illness or any kind of disease and take prescriptions. And most of their cases, if the women likely to visit most of the cases toward the doctor for any kind of disease, then they charge the proper fees from that particular individual. So it is the case of prescription too. and be subjected to the chronic disease. If any kind of chronic disease is suffered by an particular individual, then that particular rate must be different in the case of gender. That is the different rate for men and the different rate for women. Another one is the factor that affect the health insurance premium, that is age. So most of the young individual have premiums at much lower rates. So if an individual whose age is less than 18 or near about to 18, the particular amount of premium regarding the payment of health insurance is paid by that individual is quite lower rate than the another kind of premium. Since they have the fewer identified and unidentified diseases than the older individuals, the rate of premium is quite lower than the another individual's premium, because they find that there are few kind of identified and unidentified diseases that are belonged to the particular age group. So young policy holders are less likely to have health problems and more likely not to visit to the doctors. This is the main cause why the premium amount is quite less than the older individuals. So the next concept we are going to discuss is the who is an insurance intermediary. So the basic meaning of insurance intermediary is that whenever the insurance company want to sell their insurance policy to the particular individual, a expert person who is known as the intermediary, or we can say that he's the third person, which brings the bridge between the consumer and the insurance company to sell the particular policy. That particular intermediary provide the full-fledged information regarding the policy to the particular individual and intends to take that particular policy. So, according to the very first point, insurance intermediaries serves as a bridge between consumers and the insurance policy. Insurance intermediary is the third person which act as a bridge between the consumer. Consumer is in that person who wants to opt with the insurance policy, and the second person is the insurance companies who are ready to sell the particular insurance company to the individual. So an insurance intermediary is the any kind of individual agent, corporate agent, which may be act as a bank and brokers insurance marketing firm. Insurance intermediary could be in any form like agent, corporate agent, bank, broker, or insurance marketing firm. Basically, insurance intermediary is the third party administrator which provides the various kind of services related to the health insurance for insurance companies. So there are various types of intermediary. The very first one we are going to discuss is the corporate agent. According to the first point, a corporate agent is an intermediary other than an individual. If we are talking about an individual who is known as the third person and act as an intermediary between the consumer and the insurance company. But according to the point of corporate agent is act as an intermediary, but he is other than individual. Corporate agent may be in the form of firm, a company, or any registered society that represents an insurance company. So, corporate agent is not an individual. He acts as an firm, company, or any registered society which represents an insurance company. So it is basically a designated person who is known as an officer, normally in charge of marketing operations. Whatever the marketing operations are accomplished, it is done by that particular corporate agent as specified by the insurer. Whatever the instructions are provided to that corporate agent, according to that following information, a designated person must perform all their marketing operations, and he authorized by an authority to issue or renew license under the applicable regulatories. So according to the various rules and regulations for the accomplishment of health insurance policy, a proper license is provided. So under the case of corporate agent, they are properly authorized by an particular authority that they can issue or they can renew their license for running the insurance company according to the regulations. The next point is the insurance broker. An insurance broker means a person that is licensed by an IRDAI. So, according to this concept, insurance broker is known as a person. In the previous point, we discussed as it is prior to the individual, prior to the person, but if they act as an company or any form. But in the case of insurance broker mean a person that is licensed by an IRDA, that is a kind of statutory body which denotes to the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority Act. They basically provide the overall supervision and development of the insurance sectors in India. So according to the IRDAI, who arrange the insurance contracts with the insurance company on the behalf of its clients. So the basic purpose of insurance broker is to arrange the various kinds of contracts. That contracts is held up between the insurance companies on the behalf of the particular client. The next point is an insurance broker may represent more than one insurance company or may deal with more than one life or general insurance or both. A person who is appointed by a client for having or opting with the insurance policy and making the contract with the insurance company. That particular insurance broker may represent more than one insurance company, that they have contact with more than one insurance company, or that particular insurance broker may have the dealing with more than policies. That is, one is life insurance policies, another one is general life insurance policy, or they can deal with both the policies, that is life insurance and general policy. The next concept is the insurance agent. So who is an agent? An agent is a person who is licensed by the authority to solicit and to procure the insurance business, including the business related to the continuance, renewal, or revival of policies of insurance. So basically, agent is known as a person who is licensed by an authority which have some rules and regulations. That particular authority is provided and has an eligibility to provide a license to solicit or to procure the insurance business. Here the solicit means to ask for anything or try to obtain anything from the third party. Whenever any kind of decisions are taken, that is, ask the decision or try to obtain something from the third party, that is from someone. For which purpose? To procure the insurance business, which may include the business that is relating to the continuance, renewal, or revival of policies of insurance. So the overall meaning of insurance agent means a person who is hired for selling the particular kind of insurance policies, who have the particular license by the authority. For which purpose? For procure or running up the insurance business, which includes the certain concept, that is business continuance, business renewal, or renewal of certain kind of policies that is included in insurance. So basically an agent is an individual who is an intermediary that represents an insurance company. An insurance company basically appoints an agent who is expert in his field, and that particular individual act as a third party or act as an intermediary that represent the particular insurance company. A compensate insurance agent means an insurance agent who hold a license to act as an insurance agent for the life insurance or the general insurance. In a case when a insurance company sell both the insurance, that is life insurance or general insurance, they particularly hire the insurance agent. That particular agent is also known as the composite insurance agent. Particular composite insurance agent is that insurance person who have a particular license that they can perform their activity as an insurance agent for any insurance company. The next concept we are going to discuss is the health insurance products. The very first one is the Mediclaim plans. According to the Mediclaim or hospitalization plan are the most basic type of health insurance plan. Mediclaim, according to the word, we can determine that Mediclaim means relating to the medicine or any hospitalization plan that are most basic type of health insurance plan. All the health insurance plans and policies include these kind of thing, that is the medical and hospitalization plans. They basically used to cover up the cost of treatment when the person is admitted to the hospital. Whenever the policy holder who is opted with the health insurance policy and suffered from any kind of disease, in the case when the individual is admitted to the hospital and the cost that is occurred during their treatment, that particular amount of cost is covered by the health insurance company. The payment or the payout is made on the actual expenses that are incurred in the hospital by submitting the original bill. When the policyholder want to take the particular amount of expenses related to their treatment, at that time the policyholder need to submit the original bill of hospital in the medical insurance or health insurance company. Then the particular amount of payment is provided to the policyholder. So most of these plans cover the entire family up to a certain limit. So these kind of Mediclaim plan are for the whole family that set some limit. According to that limit, a particular amount of expenses are provided to the policy holder. So the next point is the critical illness insurance plan. So according to the very first point, critical insurance plan cover the specific life-threatening disease. We determine from these words, that is critical illness and insurance, which include any threatening or dangerous disease that is suffered by an individual, and policyholder basically cover up for these specific life-threatening disease. So these diseases could be required to prolonged treatment over or even the changing in lifestyle. So whenever the person is suffering from any threatening disease, they get treated after a particular period of time. Say we can say that after a week, after a month. And for that particular kind of treatment, there must be a change in their lifestyle too. So unlike the hospitalization plans, the payout is made on the critical illness cover that is chosen by the consumer or not on actual expenses incurred in the hospital. Whenever the particular treatment that is taken by the particular individual. So it all depends upon the consumer that for what a particular amount is covered by the insurance company. It all depends by the policy holder and not on the actual expenses that is incurred in the hospital. So the cover gives up the flexibility that how the particular amount is used by an individual according to their changing lifestyle and medication due to the treatment process in hospitals. So various kind of payouts under these plans are made on the diagnosis of the disease for which the original medical bills are not required. So at the time of getting the proper amount of treatment or any kind of expenses that are incurred during the treatment period. So that particular amount of payment under these plans are made on diagnosis of the diseases. That particular payments are related with the particular treatment of diseases. These all are not depend upon the hospital original medical bills. So at the time of payment, original medical bills are not required. It all depends upon the policyholder that for what particular amount they want to get the expenses related to the health insurance. Next one is the individual health insurance. So as the name suggested, an individual health plan offers a coverage of an individual basis. According to the word, we can determine that a policy, a particular kind of policy that is adapted by the policyholder for himself or for herself only. However, a person or one can add the another including spouse, children, parents, etc. by paying an extra premium. So it is the case of individual health policy. But prior to that individual health case policy, if the individual wants to add one another family member, which include spouse, children, parent, etc. They can add a particular member by paying an extra amount of premium in health insurance. So if we are talking about the concept, moreover, the premium that is charged as per every individual's age, medical history, and respective sum insured. Whenever an individual policyholder add up their any family member, that particular amount of premium is charged on the basis of that particular individual's age and what is their medical history and any other information that is acquired by the insurance company. So an individual plan's claim filed by one member, it doesn't affect the sum insured of the another insured member. So if in a particular kind of policy, two members are included, and if one individual filed the claim, then the claim regarding the another member is not getting affected by demanding the claim by the very first person in family. Therefore, if you are single and do not have any kid, you can buy an individual health plan for yourself and your spouse and enjoy the sum insured amount of the individual basis. So, if it is in the case of the person is single or do not have any kid, but he can buy the insurance policy for himself or for their spouse and enjoy the insurance premium amount on individual basis only. So the premium is slightly higher as compared to the family floater plan. So because the comparison coverage and the sum assured that is offered. So according to this plan, that is the individual health insurance, the particular amount of premium that is paid under this individual health insurance is slightly high if we compared with the policy plan that is the family floater plan. Next one is the family floater health insurance. In the case of family floater plan, the coverage is offered to all the family members. Prior to the very last point we discussed, the coverage is provided on the individual basis. But if we are talking about the family floater health insurance plan, it is the plan for the whole family members. Family floater plan basically cover and offered the facility to all the family members in the family. That may include spouse, children, parents, and other dependent member at the single amount of premium. In this case, a single premium is paid by the policyholder and a proper coverage of plan that is offered to all the family members, which may include spouse, children, parents, etc. So usually this kind of premium is based on the age of the eldest family member. Thus, this kind of premium is basically depend upon what is the age of eldest family member. Then the coverage is almost similar as compared to the individual health plan. The only one difference which included is that policy will cover all the family members under the single sum insured plan. Basically, the amount of premium and the coverage is basically same as the individual health plan, but the major difference is that According to the family floater health insurance, it basically cover whole insurance, whole coverage regarding the family member under single sum assured. So if you have a small kid or have family members that do not have any serious health issue, then the family floater plan is the good option as the chances of exhausting your sum insured as lesser. So in the case, if an individual or policyholder have small kids or have family members who doesn't have any kind of serious health issues, then they can opt with this family floater health insurance plan, because in this plan they need to or they have to provide only single amount of premium. So here is an example. If a person have an family health plan of 10 lakh and one of the family member has to undergo the open heart surgery and has utilized 5 lakh in a year, then for all the other family members can only claim for rupees 5 lakh more than that year. In this case, the individual health plan would be a better option. So if a family opt with the floater health insurance plan. So according to this plan, they have the coverage of rupees 10 lakh, and in that family, the members have kind of serious diseases. So within a policy contract, a person have to go undergo with the open heart surgery, and the total cost amount of their treatment is rupees 5 lakh, and the particular amount for all the other members can claim only for rupees 5 lakh, that is the remaining amount for that particular year. So in this kind of cases, an individual health plan would be better option than the floater family health insurance plan. Thank you.